As we close out last week with a dip in the Nasdaq market, most of the index is rallying now after hours. But we want to just go over what we think, or should say, what caused the market to dip a little, but preparing for stronger growth. Because next week again, probably not next week, but on the 27th we have Nvidia earnings coming out, and next week we have retail, a lot of retail earnings that can either move the market or continue to bring the market down. And also, we're looking for Jerome Powell's significant speech where all investors should be tuning in. I think most of them will be tuning in on Friday to the Jackson Hall meeting where he will discuss what to happen for the future for, of course, the Central Bank of America, where they govern the percentage of the interest rate. So let's go over. So the CPI rose, and then of course market took a little. The PPI also initial claim decrease, which is something we want to see. But retail sales increased 0.5%, which was good for the market because more money coming in, which is always good. And Michigan sentiment 58.6 versus 62 expected. So we fall a little bit short there. But 1 year inflation is 4.9 versus 4.4 expected. So we're still a little bit off the chart as Jerome Powell wants. But so far, statistics has shown that 98% are saying that we're going to get an interest rate cut coming next month. But again, Jerome Powell is going to speak, and regardless of what Jerome Powell say this Friday, can either tank the market or cause the market to go in a bullish way. Which we all know that Jerome Powell is never into a bullish sentiment. He's always the guy to keep it precise and answer accordingly to make sure that there is no should say maximum or minimum fluctuation in the market. But let's get right into it. What is to expect next week? Who's coming out with earnings and what earnings I'm watching for next week? But please, before we do so, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and stay tuned so we can grow this channel together. Welcome again. I'm Damani. I do stock breakdown each and every Sunday, and throughout the week I update my subscribers to what's going on in the market and how to better prepare for the market when the market presents itself with opportunities for us. So this week I think can present itself with a lot of opportunity for us where the market is concerned. Why? Because we have some earnings on the table. And with that said, on Thursday we're looking to hear from Walmart. This is a stock that I have shares in Walmart from like $58, but of course I got rid of it because of all of the tariffs and everything, and the stock continued to climb. But it's never too late to take profit, but to be a bad rather than to be a bad holder. And on Friday we're looking to get information from Alibaba, which I think can be a hit or miss for them. But again, my biggest stock that I will be watching this week where earnings is concerned is Walmart. Other than that, I will inform you in regards to other stock earnings that's coming out or that is expected to report this week, where that is concerned, because I'm going to go over and see um, what is expected where reports are concerned, and then I'll let you know in regards to what earnings are coming out other than Walmart, because Walmart is the only stock I see right now that I have a lot of interest in, because again, the stock has pushed up a lot and the PE is like 42 or more. And we know that once the PE is so high, we're looking at anything like that can be considered as a the stock is super super overvalued. But again, at this point you can't even call that right now because there's so much perspective in the market right now, so much perspective. So Wednesday there's so much. But let's go ahead and just break down Walmart stock, because I think it's one of the most stock that I will be watching this week when report is out. And after hours, Nasdaq is up because again we sold off, we pulled back, not sold off, but we pulled back a little. And with this pullback, I think it's gearing up to go even higher, because remember, each news right now bring the market to a new high and continue to bring the market to a new. I've been in the market like 7 years now trading, and I've never seen such a bullish market. But the AI era is what's contributing to all of these bullish factors. and if you're not with it, you're going to get left behind. Because don't you dare think that market is going to turn around and we're going to get a huge sell-off like we did with the tariffs back in April. Because and other than the president, there's nothing stopping the market from going higher. So that's one thing to take into perspective for next week. But let's go ahead and break down Walmart for next week to see. Look, I'm going to look at it from two perspectives. I'm going to look at the fundamentals of Walmart, and also I want to look at the analyst part of it, which is the technical aspect of it. So now I'm going to go over here. Where's my Tinker? It's right here. And I'm going to type in my Tinker symbol, which is WMT. Waiting for this to give me some better update. There we go. WMT. And again, who doesn't know Walmart? They're not going to wait no time soon. So even if you buy in a stock miss right now, holding on to it for a long term, you can definitely be up on it. So let's look where we have some support and resistance. So we have some strong support, which is the last one, which is the S4 support, or I should say the S3 at 90, 98.2, but depends on earnings. What earnings bring to the table, we can see some drastic move in regards to that. And the company right now hold a market cap of 798 billion dollars. $798 billion. Who doesn't know Walmart? Walmart is a strong company. And the PE ratio, as I spoke about and I told you, it's 42.74, which is, most will say that this price is super overvalued, it's super overbought. But again, you can't tell, because if earnings comes out and it continue to push up, then of course there's nothing you can do about that. You can either buy into it or wait to get in for a great, a better value, I say, or a better price. But sometimes it pays to wait in the market. I can say that for a fact. All right, let's go over Walmart and break down the technical aspect of it. We can easily look at the chart right here and see that this was in April when the market pushed back. To be precise, it was April 9th when Donald Trump came out. Market pushed back. From then it went up $30 from then, because everything erased all of the tariffs and they all went up tremendously. So with earnings coming out, let's see if there's an expectation here that we can get beforehand. So again, it's reporting before market open, which is good. I love when the companies report before market open, because you have that day to trade the stock. So if they do miss, we're looking for a support at 80. We're looking for a support at $79, even though my previous website say $98. This is where again the stock found support, previous drastic sell-off. For the last 3 years, if you had bought the stock, again, I've been watching the stock from it's right here that I told that I sold. I sold at $58, which is right here. When I saw this consolidation, look, the stock continued to run tremendously upside. So if you have bought it for the last 3 years, you'd have been tremendously up on your position. And you can see that the stock is gradually pulling back now, because it was trading at a high of $105 and double top. You can see that we had a double top right here, and then it pushed up recently, got rejected again. Now it's I don't know what direction it's taking right now, but for now it's down. So I'm waiting to see if this thing pull back on earnings, or if it do beat earnings, that would be good. But with the tariffs in place, you would predict that this will definitely miss earnings because of the tariffs on the goods that's coming into the country. And if they do pull back, definitely I'm buying to hold this time, because the tariffs are not going to be around for a long time. And when they do resolve themselves, then we can see some strong upside on this. Definitely a buy for me after earnings. Again, the forward PE ratio is 42.72. I still think that's a little overvalued, so I'm going to wait for a better entry point. My entry point, of course, if it finds itself at $79 a share, I will think about getting some. But if it continues to bleed down to $61 a share, then who knows? There's nothing you can do rather than to set up yourself and wait. It pays to be patient in the market. You can see that the RSI indicating downside, and also the AMD relatively index strength is pointing down as well. So once these are all configured, then we can look for another upside with Walmart. But that is the most valuable stock I see this week that I'm watching, other than the well-known stock, which is AMD, that by somewhat missed earnings, pull back to 157 around here, pull back, and then immediately with no support. As again, I can use my lines of reference, but not solely as a guidance, because look at this. There is no consolidation here, just a rejection. Earnings came out, missed earnings, got rejected, and look what the stock did, immediately pull back, push up to a new high. I've never seen this, but because of the AI influence, the market is just taking it right through, non-stop, pushing forward, bullish sentiment. Comparing to SMCI, that missed earnings, and look, they're still consolidating. You can see that this is a perfect setup where consolidation is either can continue to go up or continue to pull back down, which is why I stay away from SMCI for now. But again, also with Quadcom missed earnings, but they did some consolidation. You can see that they consolidated to 144 and then push right back up to recover. So again, with the AI era that's going on right now, there's nothing you can do about the market rather than either you're in the market or you're going to get left behind again. But also my next number one pick is Tesla. If this stock should pull back anywhere near in the 200, I guarantee you, and I can tell you, it's a buy, 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 double buy, ring that bell, as Jim did. Buy, buy, buy in Tesla if it does pull back in the 200s. But for now, that's all I have to in regards to market information until next week, where again we're expecting news on corporation calendar result from Walmart, Target, Home Depot. Again, retail is out next week. Again, Target, I'm not sure if they're going to beat earnings, but it's something to watch and to buy for the long haul. But until then, I ask just please, if you think I did any justice to your day or bring any value to your portfolio, please, I'm asking just like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments if there's anything that I can do to help to build your portfolio. Until then, stay tuned for more.